think, our fifth edition of the Diabetes Corner, and you can barely see us in here because this is Tide. He actually put this together for you guys today. I'm going to do the talking, but I'm going to try to see if I can get us both. At least you can see half of us as we talk about it. We are going to go back into and finish up our nutrition. And we're going to do that by talking today primarily about proteins and fruits, but we are going to recover some vegetables as well. And let's dive in. So let's talk a minute about why these food groups are very important. Tide put this little picture together for us. So why are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and vitamins essential for the body? So carbohydrates are our source of energy. Of course, we know that the energy is good, but if we're diabetic, we might end up in a situation where we've got too much energy or too much blood sugar, and so we have to kind of limit those. Proteins are very important for growth and repair of our muscles. Fats are also important for energy and for cell function. And then vitamins and minerals, they do a lot for our bodies. They help us to, certain parts of our body to stay functioning. They prevent deficiencies. I mean, just for instance, if you have an iron deficiency, that can cause anemia of some kind, and then you can end up feeling terrible. Even severe enough to where you're having issues with your breathing. So, our nutrients and vitamins are very, very important to us. So proteins and diabetes. Proteins will have less effect of blood sugar on our blood sugar than compared to carbohydrates. So, meaning that when we eat something with protein, our blood sugar is not going to increase like it would if we're eating something that's carb, like macaroni and cheese, carb. They also, too, as Todd said, they help to reduce hunger. So, like if you're in a situation where you're hungry, you really want something to eat, if you have a protein bar, that's going to hold you longer than, say, if you did eat the macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese, you might eat it, feel good for an hour or two, but you're going to be hungry again. And then, of course, if you have a diet that's high in protein, like I said, that builds those muscles. So you're going to have better chance of building that muscle mass. All right, so Todd put some good proteins on there. Our heads are on one of them, so we'll kind of go through that. So the first thing on your left top is salmon. Is that right? Salmon. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
And then we've got turkey, ham. Those are great forms. Chicken is a great form. Eggs, cheese, and then the cottage cheese is on the back of us, our heads. But all of those things are great. They have a lot of protein. Another thing too that I didn't think about, but nuts. Nuts have a lot of protein as well. You ever notice how, like, if you have some almonds, it kind of reduces that hunger? That makes sense. So fruits and vegetables are plant-based proteins. They are good for us. They also there's certain ones that are lower glycemic index than others. So let's talk about those. So Tide's put on here protein, and is that almond butter?
Yes, that is peanut butter and almond butter.
Okay, peanut butter and almond butter. And then what's this one?
That was lentils, and then to the right of that is just various beans.
Okay, so higher protein. Do want you guys to be careful when you're looking at peanut butter because some peanut butters can contain more sugar than others. Natural is always best. So if you can go with a natural form of peanut butter, it's going to be better for you. In terms of your fruits and vegetables that they're healthier for us, that are not going to cause the blood sugar spike. As far as our fruits, you could have berries. Berries are very good for us. They have a lot of fiber. Is that an orange?
Yes.
And then what's behind that?
An apple.
An apple. So all of those are really, really good for us in terms of our fruits. All right, so let's talk about proteins that should be avoided if, because obviously there's certain groups that are better than others. So, red meat, why should we avoid that?
Um, it just said that you want to make sure it's limited,
Right.
and just make sure it's not very fatty.
Exactly. So you don't necessarily have to avoid but limit the red meats because they are fattier. And when you're diabetic, you're going to, and we'll talk about this in later episodes, but basically, if you're diabetic, your cholesterol is going to form differently than other people. So you have a higher risk of having like high cholesterol. And then processed meats, of course, have a lot of sodium, and then they can have a lot of fat. So there are some fruits that are a little bit more higher glycemic, meaning that they will raise our blood sugar more than other fruits. He has listed pineapple and cantaloupe and bananas, which of course are yummy. The grapes are a little bit higher, and then is that what is that, pear?
It's mango.
Oh, mango. So mango would also be in that category. Watermelon, of course, too, guys, is also in that category. Makes me sad, but it can actually increase your blood sugar more than others. All right, so great conclusion. You did a great job. So great conclusion. So proteins can fill you up more, make you not as hungry, and they're better for your blood sugar. Protein intake should account for 20 to 30% of the diet. And so Tide actually looked up, you can actually calculate your personal protein goal using that equation that's up there. And it's I know it's kind of covered up by us, but an example of patient is 150 pounds. Divide that and figure out the kilograms, so 2.2. So it's 68 kilograms, and then basically take the kilograms and multiply that by zero point 0.8, and that's going to give you your protein goal. Is that for the day?
Yes, that is for the whole day.
All right, cool, and I love that. So that taught me something. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this helped. Of course, always feel free to contact us if you have personal questions or just need some help and guidance with how your nutrition goals are, and what you would like to accomplish. And I guess we'll see you next week. So, bye.